Shel Williamson is a founder and director of PetRescue, an animal welfare charity in Australia supporting 800 plus rescue groups, shelters and pounds nationwide, and saving thousands of rescue pets every month. Launched in Perth in 2004, today PetRescue is Australia's most visited charity website, harnessing technology and social media to give every independent foster carer, every rescue group and every single one of the community's homeless pets a voice to reach the public and spread the message. Adoption truly is the best option. Shel lives in Perth with her husband, 2 kids and a pet menagerie which includes a community cat called OC. Would you please welcome Shel Williamson?
Hi, thanks for having me to speak here today. I'm Shel Williamson and I'm a director of PetRescue. I would guess most of you would be familiar with our organisation, but I'd like to give you a little bit of history. In 2004, I was working at an animal shelter and it seems they did very little advertising of their pets for adoption. I saw a gap in the market for a way for animal shelters to advertise their pets online. Facebook would start in the very same year, so this was a time before social media, as we now know it, even existed. Now, being quite new to animal welfare, I was told the best thing we could do was help rescue groups place their pets for adoption. This would mean the rescue groups could rescue more pets from the pound. So we formed a team and built PetRescue, and found something pretty amazing happened. It worked. 11 years on, 2 million Australians now visit the PetRescue website looking for a pet every year. We are Australia's most visited charity website, connecting thousands of pet seekers with pets in need of a foster or forever home. And the adoption stats have grown consistently every year. Yeah, it's working. Perfect. And paste it that way. In the first 6 months of 2015, about 40,000 pets were listed and 41,000 about were adopted. So more pets found homes than were listed on the website in that time. Demand officially outstrips supply. Also this year, we started seeing consistently that more cats are being adopted than dogs. By the end of the second half of this year, we should reach 100,000 adoptions. But based on the generally accepted 200,000 pets remaining unclaimed in the pound each year in Australia, we're still a long way from hitting the target we need to save the life of every unclaimed homeless pet. So we went back to the drawing board and we got in a consultant to help us, and these guys were accountants and strategists, and they looked at things in a totally new way, a way we'd been unable to do. And they showed us this. We know nearly all Australian rescue groups are PetRescue members. We know most pets in their care get a listing at some point in their adoption journey. And we know those pets who are with rescue groups and have PetRescue listings go on to be adopted. So our accountant friends looked at this and went, you've got all the rescues and you've got all the rescue group animals, then where are the 100,000 missing pets? And this question stumped us because it turns out we'd never even asked that question. Where are all the pets? We know there are homes out there for these animals. The adoption rate at PetRescue had proved that. We know Australian pets are some of the most cherished in the world, with the majority of pet owners considering their pets a valuable extension to their human families. Australians spend just shy of $6 billion each year on keeping their pet dogs and cats happy and healthy. So how is it possible that in this climate, thousands of pets are still being killed due to homelessness every week? With this one question, where are all the pets, the consultants made us realise we'd missed a vital part of the solution. The primary thing that PetRescue's been working on is helping rescue groups have the ability to place pets into new adoptive homes. But what we'd never really considered is how many adoptions can rescue groups be reasonably expected to do? Normally, rescue groups are volunteer-run by part-time supporters with other commitments. We're donation, fundraising funded, or we're reliant entirely on adoption fees, and our primary tool for caring for pets is through foster carers. All rescuers I talk to report being overloaded. Every rescuer I talk to tells me they need new foster carers or that they never have enough carers. And practically all rescuers I talk to are short of time because they either have real jobs to do along with their rescuing or other commitments like families or their own special pets. So to all rescuers, I'm sorry to bring you the news, but according to our accountant friends, to get where we are today, 100,000 pets saved each year, to where we need to get to, 200,000 pets saved each year, you're going to need to double your output. So obviously, that's not realistic. What's the greatest risk to the lives of healthy pets? We spend an awful lot of time lobbying against things that harm pets. Poisons, bad training techniques, cosmetic procedures like docking, riding in unsecured vehicles, vet care, poor diet, obesity. I would argue none of those things are as clear and as pressing a danger to pets as this. The pound. We know most council-run pounds in Australia still run a traditional animal sheltering model, managing pets under waste management or feral pest management departments and focusing on disposal rather than care. We know many council-run pounds have poor hygiene and quarantine procedures and methodically make healthy pets sick. We know pounds often fail to scan microchips, take accurate descriptions or cross-check on lost pet databases. We know many pounds don't offer adoption programs at all. We know pets are impounded unnecessarily when they could be dropped straight home. We know pets are killed because their owners can't stump up hundreds of dollars of fees and charges. We know scared pets are labelled aggressive or feral and are killed. We know surrendered pets are killed on intake to the pound. We know pounds are often hot or cold or noisy or dangerous. We know pounds offer little or no treatment or care. And we know many pounds still kill using gunshot. We know on average 40% of the animals who enter a pound in this country will die or be killed there. We know the greatest risk to the lives of healthy pets is the pound. Our broken pound system is the last place within our society where it's still the norm to kill healthy, friendly pets. How can we know all of this and yet not be lobbying hard about it? We as a community spend $82 million a year on animal management nationally, and this is often what we're getting. A cute bunch, yeah? The kinds of dogs we could all rehome 10 times before lunch. Last week, a Queensland council put these dogs on their kill list. Now, these dogs were kill listed because at this pound, killing is the only solution they offer for unclaimed animals. That is, they don't offer a direct from pound adoption program at all. Luckily, local rescue groups have been rescuing from this pound, a lovely team of people doing amazing work, so no disrespect to them at all. They have been doing what all of us are inclined to do when we see adoptable pets being killed week after week. They jumped in and started saving them. And they've found it really difficult because as there's no emphasis on preserving life within the council pound, there's no emphasis on disease prevention. As a result, there's a lot of parvo and a lot of sick pets coming out of the pound, pets who need loads of expensive care. Because whether pets live or die is of no major concern, the facilities are run down and there's no concrete plan for their replacement. And now, after a few years of rescuing, the group has closed to new intakes because they simply can't cope. So this rescue group has made untold personal sacrifice and literally run themselves and their organisation into the ground, trying to do a load of work free on behalf of a council. Is it okay for a pound to choose to kill pets rather than offer those same pets for adoption? Overwhelmingly, the community is beginning to stand up and say, of course not. But, and this is the truly staggering part, council was quick to defend their decision. We've considered an in-house rehoming program in the past, but our current pound facility really doesn't lend itself to that very well. A new pound will let us offer rehoming from the pound itself, although I don't think we should assume that that automatically means we will get more animals successfully rehomed. What on earth are they doing? This council is actually coming out into the public space and declaring that it is unwilling, or as it claims it is unable, to do the very job we're paying them for. It's saying not killing pets is so far outside of our vision, of our job role, that our facilities aren't even suitable to be used this way. And then it's indicating that even if it was forced by the community to build a new facility that would allow the public to visit and adopt the pets that are currently being kill listed each week, that even then they would find a way to keep killing. It should make us furious. How dare any council consider adoptions as secondary or not even possible when killing is a choice they're making every day? And yet so often, with no exit strategy, we as rescue groups allow ourselves to become complicit in this system. PetRescue, we've helped on this too, working and investing in building a whole cottage industry saving pets from the pound, rather than working to make the pound start behaving in a way and implementing the processes and policies which would make it a safe place for pets. This pound is not unique. It's a story we see over and over, and I'm certain many, many of you are rescuing from pounds who do nothing to help themselves or the animals. It is madness, it is driving us mad, and it has to stop. Every day, 24,000 people visit PetRescue looking to adopt a pet, and yet just 2% of council-run pounds use PetRescue's free services, bothering to list the pets in their care for adoption. Why is the system which maintains there is no other way not even doing this one thing to avoid killing? And as rescuers, when we see a pound who is killing pets, what do? We step into a council-run, council-funded, paid staff facility, the pound, and start taking all unclaimed pets for free. And we do this because if we don't do this, the pound will kill those pets. So what we've essentially created is a one-way pound system. All of the council's money and resources is being spent on bringing pets in, and thanks to us rescuers working for free, no council resources are being directed into getting those pets out again. Also, by tapping into our passion, councils have realised they can get two huge benefits. Not only is it cheaper to outsource a major element of your operations to an outside charity willing to do the work for free, you then also get the accolades of your community as a low-kill facility or one of the good guys. Even if that pound puts no effort into disease control or trying to get pets out alive through keeping them healthy and getting them ready for adoption, even if every single pet is at risk of death in that council facility, if not for a rescue group stepping in and taking them, the council still comes out looking squeaky clean thanks to rescue. No meaningful reform takes place because pounds can keep doing what they've always done, killing pets to manage their numbers, and we as rescuers will throw ourselves into the process, intercepting the pets and doing the council's work for free. Except we can't keep doing this. We're tired. We get burnt out. And doing free work for council is a terrible business strategy. There's a reason why no other contractor works for the council for free. But most importantly, we cannot double our output. Rescue groups cannot do the work required to save all the pets. It's not physically, emotionally, or financially possible. We know where the pets are. They're in the pound. So we have to get them out of the pound, and we need to do that by requiring pounds do the heavy lifting of not only taking in pets, but also creating a plan for them to leave the facility alive. Pounds need to be responsible for keeping pets healthy, getting them ready for adoption, and then placing them for adoption themselves. The right to use killing as a tool to manage their pound populations must be revoked. When we start rescuing, rarely have we made a plan on how we're going to stop rescuing. As a rescuer, you need to ask yourself, what is your exit strategy? I'm assuming everyone who rescues has something they'd rather do than last-minute saves from the pound, or suffering the heartbreak when you can't make the save or find the capacity. Rescuers need to take into account not only the direct impact we hope to achieve personally, but also the positive and meaningful changes we ultimately aim to create. We should be defining not only our mission, our vision, and day-to-day impact, but something no less critically important, our exit strategy. A specific role and methodical strategy that we intend to execute in confronting the issues of the health of our local pound. That is, our plan to drive the pound to implement their own life-saving processes, so we as rescuers aren't doing it all for them. It is not acceptable for councils to keep simply handing the responsibility for animal health and adoption to private donation-funded charities. If you aren't reforming your pound, if you don't have a clear exit strategy, then you are choosing to be a cog in a dysfunctional system, one that doesn't respect your work, one that doesn't respect your time and sacrifice, and one that certainly doesn't respect the lives of animals. If you're a new rescue group starting up, define your exit strategy early. If you're an established group, then it is absolutely time to take stock. How long do you want to be rescuing? As the major risks to the lives of pets, pounds and their reform must be our primary goal. If we fixed every pound today, if every adoptable pound pet was offered for adoption directly from the pound, we absolutely could save them all. A safe pound could be potentially saving dozens or hundreds of lives rather than ending them. Given the effect that would have on our own personal and rescue group workload, we should absolutely be prioritising that change. The Safe and Sound Pounds program is PetRescue's strategy to double the number of pets being saved to reach the magic 200,000 mark. Safe and Sound Pounds looks to identify pounds already moving towards proactive programs and assist them by sending swarms of willing adopters to their door. All they have to do is start using the PetRescue's free services, start allowing the millions of visitors coming to PetRescue to see the pets they have available for adoption and adopt them. We've launched the first guidebook and have sent it to every pound in the country, which details exactly how pounds can get online and start using PetRescue. If you're a rescue group looking to reform your local pound, I would highly recommend either downloading this guidebook online or grabbing a PetRescue staff member and grabbing a few hard copies to start your pound moving in this direction. Soon we will be taking the common issues surrounding pound operations to the public with Guidebook 2. This one's a little different. It pulls no punches. It details exactly where the current pound system is failing pets. It will make your community angry. It will make them start asking questions. And when they do, you need to be there guiding them into how to reform your local council pound. You can become the leader of this change because no one knows what is needed at your local community better than you. And there's a third guidebook in production which details how to audit a pound's overall health and how to become an effective advocate for animals. We want to help you develop an exit strategy. If we want to see an end to the killing of pets in pounds, we have to reject killing as an appropriate tool for companion animal population management. Killing is certainly not a reasonable alternative to a direct from pound adoption program. We have to drive to make pounds safe for pets because rescuers are not able to double their output to prevent the killing. Neither should we have to, when pounds are the ones being paid to do this work that we are currently doing for free. We all get a say in the kinds of pounds that exist in our communities because they're our pets. It's our tax dollars that are funding this system, they are our pounds. It only takes one or a handful of dedicated people to drive for positive change in a council area. We know that taking a strong position on pound reform is a hard thing to do, but advocates stepping up to lead this charge to end the brutality of the current pound system is the only way any of us will have an exit strategy. We need to be strategising for long-term reform, not just the daily saves. Thank you for helping make all pounds in Australia safe and sound.